We are down to 4 teams in the NFL playoffs. It was once a young season with everybody having so much promise, so much potential, but we are down to the last few teams, the Niners, the Eagles, the Bengals, and the Chiefs. All 4 of these teams, I'm so glad this is what we ended up as the conference championship games. All those teams deserve it. All 4 are incredible and have legitimate cases that they're the best team remaining in the playoffs. I would have loved to see a Cinderella, like the New York Giants maybe gotten through, the Cowboys maybe finally getting through to the conference championship for the first time since I've been alive, but that didn't happen. We got 4 very good teams, 2 fantastic matchups, and you'd be hard pressed to give a legitimate argument one way or another that I would disagree with. I think all 4 of these teams have really good cases as to whether they're the best team in the playoffs or not. But we're going to try to break down what we think is going to happen in the 2 games, starting off with the first game, San Francisco and the Philadelphia Eagles. So everyone's talking about Brock Purdy, naturally. Brock Purdy, last pick in the draft, and he's undefeated as a quarterback, 7 or 8-0, has not lost a single game yet, and has had tremendous success. And going against a Philadelphia Eagles team, Jalen Hurts now, his 3rd season in the NFL, has really taken leaps and bounds. Bringing over A.J. Brown has really helped this team out. A great rushing attack there. Miles Sanders, one of the top rushers in the league this year. Both teams have incredible defenses, and both teams have great head coaches. Sirianni, how he started off that first press conference where it was a stumbling, bumbling mess, has been nothing but uphill, since. He's been a fantastic head coach for the Eagles. And I think there's a legitimate argument that Kyle Shanahan is the single best coach in the NFL. There's Andy Reid, Belichick's still around, McVay, what's up with him? But I really like Kyle Shanahan, and eventually they're going to win the Super Bowl. I don't know it's this year. I don't know when it's going to be, but this team is too talented, and with how cheap Brock Purdy is, they're going to be successful for years to come. But what's it mean for today? What's it mean for Sunday to go on and represent the NFC in the Super Bowl? 2 young quarterbacks that faced in college and produced a fantastic game with Iowa State against Oklahoma. I think there was 8 total touchdowns scored with the 2 quarterbacks there. Brock Purdy, he's just not making mistakes. He's just getting the ball in the hands of Kittle and Ayuk, Debo, CMC. Jalen Hurts is making plays with his feet, getting the ball to Brown, getting the ball to Devonta Smith, getting the ball to Dallas Goedert. There's so much to like about both these teams. So I cannot imagine this being a blowout of any sorts. But I'm going to go with the 49ers. This is a team that I've rocked with in the NFC all year long. I've said they're the best team in football over the last 2 months. Even switching over to Brock Purdy, I haven't seen anything differ. If anything, I've seen a better 49ers team with Brock Purdy compared to Garoppolo. Garoppolo would make mistakes where Purdy has not. So I got the 49ers over the Eagles. I still love the Eagles. I still think it's very possible the Eagles do win that game, especially how Jalen Hurts, that Eagles team, can run the ball and can control the clock, and then lock down with a great secondary that the Eagles have, lock down some of the weapons on the other side for the 49ers. But I do have the Niners winning, going to the Super Bowl yet again, 2nd time in the last 4 years, I believe it is. So I got the 49ers representing the NFC. And then you look at the AFC. Is Joe Burrow finally going to lose in Arrowhead? 3-0. We saw the videos that came out of the Bills and Bengals game where the players on the Bengals are calling it Burrowhead because of the immense success that Joe Burrow has had in Arrowhead. And there's a very good chance of that continuing. The Kansas City Chiefs without Tyreek Hill hasn't really affected them too much. They've gotten a better rushing attack now with Isaiah Pacheco. Jarrett McKinnon is a very good, versatile running back who can do a lot for them. Both have decent / good enough defenses that it's not going to be a liability. They have personnel. They have decent to good personnel at every single group. Recording here at FAU, obviously rooting for Trey Hendrickson to get back to another Super Bowl for his sake. But we have 2 very good teams, again, the AFC. So what's it going to come down to? It's going to come down to Burrow and Mahomes. Generally speaking, I think Mahomes is better. But what we've seen from Burrow in these big games, he's fearless. He's cut edge. He's got no fear in him, no anxiety. He is calm, cool, collected, and he's just been a big game quarterback, a big game Joe. I'm going to go with the Bengals to go back-to-back Super Bowl appearances. So that means we got the 49ers and the Bengals in the Super Bowl. And may I just say, that's what I predicted at the beginning of the playoffs. I'm just saying that's what I predicted earlier on. Looks like we're going to have it. The only game so far, if y'all would take some advice from me with your betting, you would win some money. Only got one game wrong so far. That was the Cowboys and the Buccaneers. That game did not affect my bracket up to, at this point in the playoffs. So just saying, might know a thing or two. But we might see Sunday come and your boy be absolutely clueless. I don't know. I got the Bengals and the 49ers. Let me know what y'all got in the Super Bowl.